I would ask Rod and Judy Nyeholt and their son Jonathan and David if they would come and stand to my right over here. And their son Jonathan. He was born in 1959 in the city of New Orleans. Of John and Jane's 4 children, he was the oldest. When he started 9th grade, his parents moved to Michigan, where he would graduate from Hudsonville High School. After attending Grand Rapids Baptist College for a year, he decided that work was a better option. He was talented with his hands, and he could fix anything. Yet there was this hunger to serve God in a unique way with gifts God had given him. So in 1981, he moved to Lake Wales, Florida, to serve with the Agape Players. He became the bus driver, the mechanic, and the sound technician. She was the youngest of 3 girls born in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. Her mom and dad were George and Martha, no, not Washington, but Thornton. She graduated from Central Cambria High School. For the next 2 years, she worked in her community until everything changed in the 1977 Johnstown flood. She knew God wanted her to serve him in some way. A group from Florida came to town called the Agape Players. She tried out, she auditioned, and was accepted. And in 1979, she moved to Lake Wales, Florida, to be one of the players in the Agape Players, who would travel across the United States and even across the oceans to present the gospel of Jesus Christ. They met in 1981. 3 years later, in 1984, they had their first date. Then on the bus, while driving back from a church concert, Rod asked Judy to be his lifelong mate. On April 27th, 1985, here at Faith Baptist Church in Winter Haven, Florida, Pastor Robert Whitney officiated at the service that brought Rod and Judy Nyeholt together as husband and wife. In 2011, they have celebrated 26 years together. In 1987, their first son, David, was born. He is 23. David has graduated from the Lake Region High School. He received his AA degree from Polk State College and a bachelor's degree in exceptional student education at Southeastern University. He is now a teacher at Polk City Elementary. He desires to get a master's degree in exceptional student studies and serve God on the mission field. David says, "My mom and dad were always here for us. They are dedicated, they are kind, they are generous, they are hardworking." In 1992, their second son, Jonathan, was born. He is 18 years old. Jonathan graduated this year from Harrison School of the Arts. He has played his violin in Chicago, in France, and most importantly, here in the orchestra at Faith Baptist Church. He is enrolled at Southeastern to study music education and performance. Jonathan says, "My parents are consistent in everything they do, in their parenting, in their teaching, and in their beliefs." In 1994, their third child was a little girl named Heather. She is 16. Heather is a special gift from God, and she is enrolled at the Karen M. Siegel Academy Learning Center for Children with Special Needs. And in her own way, she said to me, "I am so thankful that my mom and dad love me." For Rod and Judy, they are eternally thankful to God for their 3 children. Judy is very grateful to God that their children have chosen to stay in church and follow his path. Judy says it takes a strong church to help us raise our children. Rod is very proud of all of his children and how they've applied themselves in school and in church. They have for their children this verse, Jeremiah 29:11, "For I know the thoughts that I think toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end." Tonight, Faith Baptist Church proudly presents the Medal of Freedom and Citizenship for being heroic parents to Rod and Judy Nyeholt.